Hey everyone, welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm CNET's Tsuboi, joined by senior writer Seth Rosenblatt. Seth, Wednesday, Google's I.O., the big developer conference, kicks off. The big news expected out of this year's is all about
your wrist. It's all
wearables,
about watches.
Watches. What are we expecting?
We know for a fact that Samsung, LG, and Motorola will all be coming out with watches running Google's new Android Wear. Android Wear is their version of Android for wearables.
So 3 different manufacturers coming out with watches.
Yep.
Differences, similarities?
We don't know yet. We don't know. Obviously, there will be a form factor difference. We've seen the Motorola watch. They did a sort of a soft announce of it in March. It's circular. LG also made their announcement in March. We don't know what Samsung's is going to look like. We heard that they're coming out with 2 watches. We don't know if both are going to be using Android Wear or just one, but at least one will have Wear.
I mean, this has been a gadget long talked about by different companies, manufacturers. Right. So the fact that Google's putting their name behind it, big launch, this could be a...
This is going to be a big deal. Right now, the wearables market is only $1.4 billion. That's projected for 2014. It's projected to be $19 billion by 2018. So a 10-fold increase in 4 years.
And this is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
And this is just the beginning. Where else is Google hoping to, get their products on you this year at this announcement?
Everywhere. They're looking at TVs. We hear that there's going to be a Google TV rebrand as Android TV. We don't know necessarily what's going to be coming out with it, but we do know that it's going to be very big for Google. And we know that they've developed a partnership with car makers so that your car's entertainment system will be running Android. And that we also expect news about that tomorrow.
And what about Google Glass? Any updates here?
There have been some updates in the past week. I suppose there could be something tomorrow, but we're not really expecting anything. They most recently announced Glass for Work. So more niche use cases of Glass, which I think Google is hoping will get people to understand how to use Glass a little bit better. Instead of just being a product that you have on your face all the time, you can use it when you're in a museum or when you're on a construction site in very specific use cases.
And with Google's acquisition of Nest, the smart thermometer for the home, thermostat, I'm sorry.
Yes.
What are the announcements expected around the smart home?
We don't know necessarily what's going to be coming. We do know that Tony Fadell, the CEO of Nest, is expected to make an appearance. Today we had big news from Nest with the announcement of their API for developers, and that means that other app makers can tie into Nest. Users can opt into sharing their data, and it seems like Google really wants Nest to be the hub of your connected home.
So it sounds like there's going to be a lot of hardware announcements at the show, but what would you say the overall theme is, or the overall feel that you're getting from Google?
Sure. Well, as you can tell by the sign behind us, Google is really going for an emphasis on design. Last year that sign was filled with color and life. This year it's very stark and minimalist, and we know that they're going to be emphasizing design to their developers. They're also emphasizing distribution. They want developers to begin thinking more like entrepreneurs and not just programmers.
When you think of design, you obviously think of another big, Silicon Valley giant.
Which one could you be talking about?
Perhaps like a little nod or a little, call to order to compete with that company? Apple, of course.
Yeah, there's no question that that's happening, especially considering that Fadell used to be an Apple employee. Google's really, I think they're a little anxious. This is a burgeoning market with screens everywhere. And there's an opportunity for Google to really take control of it before things get out of hand the way that things did with smartphones. So we expect to see their first salvo in this battle, tomorrow.
Well, lots to look forward to. Thank you so much. Senior writer Seth Rosenblatt, I'm Tsuboi. You can tune into our live show starting at 8 o'clock Pacific time. The live blog, Seth is part of that, will happen at 9 a.m. when the keynote kicks off. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching The Inside Scoop.